Howdy y'all, welcome to episode 41 of my Let's Play. I'm Ragaras, and of course we're playing the Feed the Beast Ultimate Mod Pack. Quite a few changes. I know it's been a long time since I put out my last video. Really getting into work, trying to focus all my energy into that. It's not that I'm not playing, I just typically don't have time to record. I don't have like a quiet private place. So with work and all the kids being home for summer, they're in and out. So it just makes it really difficult for me to find a quiet time that I can record. But I'm going to put one out as I can. It's not like I'm doing it for a living or anything, so y'all have to excuse me if I don't put them out as much as I used to. You can see our oil production is in full swing. Got a nice full tank of the fuel now, completely full of fuel. This I want to change. I want to get this all to a Applied Energistics setup. I want to get rid of all these pipes. That's something I'm planning on doing. That and just the increased storage, because this is going to top off pretty darn quick already. And that and this is just not very efficient the way this, since the emerald pipes they do a round robin sort of what's the way to describe it? It only pulls out of this slot, or the first available slot. So it's not going to pull all the rest of this honey out like it should. But I think with Applied Energistics, we put an ME system in here, and I think we'll get a lot more efficient production. Not that this is bad. I mean, it works fine. You can see it's full tank, and we're running full power on 4 high pressure boilers. I could definitely go more and probably not even touch this, but I really don't have the need because I'm running 4 there, plus I have the 3 biofuel engine towers in the underground area over there. Now I did add I went ahead and killed the wither. I was gonna wait and do it on video, but I think by now everybody's seen a wither fight or two, and mine are, really boring because I don't fight him up in the air and let him run around. I get him trapped in, a building, and so he doesn't fly around and just kick his ass like that. But I did get I killed him about 6 times, I guess. Made enough to make the wither rows, and then 2 portals. This one goes to the underwater area, which we'll show you in a minute, and this one goes to our power area. So it just comes right down here, and of course it just has one wireless transmitter, so when I step on this one it activates the other side, and vice versa. So there's a wireless transmitter and a wireless receiver underneath the floor here. If anybody really wants to see that setup, just let me know, and we'll show that. One thing, see, this right here is an issue. You see there's only 1 phosphor in here right now. Now what I figured out what causes that is if you log out while this is in the process of making or pulling some out, you get the 1. So you've got to kind of clear it. So if you're using this lava production kind of setup, just make sure you check in, because it does happen, unfortunately, more often than I would like it to. But once you clear it, it goes back to normal. The only thing I can think of that causes that is because this only happens when I log in and I find it that way, and I think that's because it's in the process of pulling those out just as you log out. So it's just a timing issue, and it happens more often than I care to admit. Now I would like to use, I was looking at I want to stay away from red power if I can, so I was looking at the GregTech regulators, but I'm still kind of messing with those to figure out how they work exactly. as far as moving items around, because you don't have the pneumatic tubes, of course. There's no Greg Tech tube network. There's like transporters or something, but yeah, I just don't know enough about them to mess with it right now. Now, something else that I was working on off camera, and this is kind of the finished product, but what I had done originally is I added all these conveyor belts, and then I had found a portal gun in my ME storage system. I didn't make it, I didn't find it in a chest or anything, it just was in my storage system. So I can only guess it had gotten quarried up, because I had, you know, like some logic matrices in there and some other stuff, saddles. I didn't know the quarry picked that stuff up. I thought it destroyed it, but I guess it does pick it up, because I had a portal gun. So I just made a portal here, and then originally I had a portal on the top of my villager breeder on top there, and you know, that was okay. I mean, I had unlimited villagers in there anytime I wanted them, but I still had to pull them out one at a time and just dispose of the villager if I didn't want to trade. And we'll log back on in just a minute. Sorry about that. That's just what I was talking about. Alright, well anyways, we corrected this by, did a Minecraft Age with some crystals. This portal goes to the nether, and then the nether one goes over to our sorting area, where I can choose which one of the villagers I want to keep, and then can just trade directly with him. So, I don't know, I'm going that way. Got that all closed off. I need to go. Yeah, I haven't had this very long, so I'm not quite used to it just yet. So let's go over here and sleep through the night real quick. So my, what do you call them, solar panels there are working. I have made 3 of them so far, and they're all just hooked directly into the matter fabricator down in this area. Doing okay on that. Well, it just doesn't look like I'm going to have to pause, and I'll pick this up at another time. Too many kids in the home right now. Quiet. Don't say anything, or they'll hear us and show up. Talking about all the darn kids that I have running in and out of here. Friends of kids, friends of friends of friends of the kids. I mean, gee, many Christmas. If you're a parent, you're probably ready for school to start. I know I am. Oh, yeah. We were just talking about some of the things we moved. We moved our matter fabricator down here. It's doing okay. Since the last little filming I did, I made one more, so it's now getting 4. So each one of those doing 512, pumping all down into there. So it's doing okay. You know, we don't have that much use for UU matter. Not right now, anyways. These are all, I moved all the centrifuges down here. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier or not, just to unclutter the deck up there. These 2 are both doing lava, so it's making copper, tin, electrum, and a tiny pile of tungsten each time. You can see it's going off there now. These are just extra ones that I have to do other things, and this is that slower than heck assembly machine. I really hate this thing. Greg, if I ever see you, I'm going to make my best attempt to hit you with my car. No, not really. I don't mean that. But we were talking about the villagers, and if you saw direwolf's video, he did a pretty elaborate villager sorting system. He has it so it would split all the villagers by type into different ones. I don't need anything that elaborate, because with the Ultimate Pack, of course, I don't have too much that I want to store. So I pretty much just made one. And the way this works, when I spawn villagers, they're going to appear down in here. And this uses an embarking rail to pick them up and put them in the chest, or not chest, minecart. And the minecart comes over here, and there's a villager detector down underneath here, under the disembarking rail here. And you can just select the villager type that you want, and of course they get dropped right here. When the track rolls over the detector rail right there, the piston behind this block pushes them into here. So since I'm trying to get Minecraft pages right now, you can see I just have it set to the villagers, and this just loads them in. And underneath these two mine carts right here, even though they don't go anywhere, are embarking rails, and they're set to just a radius of 1, so it just pulls the guys out of here and pops them into these, and I can trade with them, and when I'm done, just like the one upstairs, I can just kill them with suffocation damage. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm not really worried about getting negative faction or karma or whatever with these guys, but I don't know, it just saves a sword, I guess. So the villagers that are not dropped here just come around, and they go into the lava holding area there, and they just get dropped off through the dumping rail here, and the cart rolls just all the way around and then comes out here, and this is just a holding track that holds it, and so when it's ready to go, it just fires off, shoots that piston, knocks anything there, and then comes around again. Now I have a lever on this one just to keep it from picking me up, because every once in a while when you flip this lever to start it, if this thing is on, it comes around so fast that if you don't move real quick, it'll pick you up, and then you got to try to jump out before it drops you in the lava over there. So it's a pretty efficient system. Thanks, I was actually trying to figure out a way I was going to sort these guys somehow, because like I said, I was just dumping them in my villager breeder over there, and just pulling them out one at a time, and killing the ones that I didn't need, and then waiting for the trade. This way I can just spawn them in. So I just got to pull the spawner out here, turn it on, make sure the volume's down, because this will get pretty loud here in just a minute. Oh, that's not the right one. Hold on. Options. Turn the sound down quite a bit. And what is this on? Yeah, it's on auto spawner. Where he is. Oh, there they go. Okay. So now they'll start spawning in there. And it'll be pretty quick. You'll see it fill up pretty quick. There's already like, what, 21 in there or so. And it'll keep growing. There's almost 30. So all you have to do is come up here, turn that on. That'll get it going. And then click that. And now it'll start pulling the villagers out of there one at a time. What I may end up doing is adding a cart dispenser over here and just have it, maybe dispense carts more than one, so it'll do it a little bit faster. Darn it, equals. Is it dumping them all in there? So, see, when we click that button, they just pop in there. Like, I don't need that, so I can just get rid of him. Click the button, they pop in there. See if I want the trade. If I don't want the trade, I can just suffocate them. Suffocate them. So this is kind of using direwolf's little system of selection and pushing them off, and then it's using the same kind of system that we had in the villager breeder upstairs, where we could just pull them out one at a time. The embarking rails work really, really well. Of course, you can't use those in vanilla, and well, you don't have any of this stuff in vanilla really. So this is kind of an FTB only sort of thing. Now the villager breeder does still work in vanilla. You just need those original 3 villagers to get it starting, and then you're pretty good. And I think we could probably turn this off now. Got a few in there. And this will just keep running, keep dumping them in there until you have a whole bunch of, what is that guy? Okay, why am I getting, I see the wrong guy in there. I did finally get like the void age, so I could do like a mob spawning system. So this guy is not supposed to be in there. Well, these must have got dropped before it was on equals. Should we just drop them in there? Noon, already got noon. Okay. Well, now this guy's okay. We can get some emeralds from this dude. Put him in there. That's a quick, easy way to get emeralds off of these guys. So we'll let that just run, but you can kind of get the point. Nice, easy way, since we have unlimited mob essence from the skeleton spawner that we set up there and the grinders. The villager breeder really is, it's nice, but it's slow. This is fast, and I can pick exactly what I want to get the items that I want. I guess if I wanted proven frames, I could, slap a beekeeper in there, and if I wanted Thaumcraft stuff, I could change that to a Thaumcraft villager. But since we're working, just trying to get Mistcraft pages right now, which I think I have pretty much all the ones I need to make stable ages, so we'll give it a try. Now I think I mentioned that I moved everything from beneath the the base over there. All the stuff that was underneath the base I moved down into this room, just to kind of unclutter the bottom of the base and to make it easier for me to get to these things if I need to make changes. We have what do we have in here? We have iridium being put together in this one. This one we have bronze, tiny piles of bronze dust from the bees being made into bronze dust. Over here, of course, is our auto pulverizing smelting setup. Puts all the ores that I want automatically pulverized, and then it pumps it over into this one, and then this one just has dust right now, or bronze, or not bronze, copper dust going in there right now, and being turned into copper ingots. This one is just for ice. I have it set pretty low. I only have it holding one stack of ice in my ME system, and that was for bee temperature changing. Really don't need it, but I just moved it down here. And of course this one does all the water, the liquid transposing. If I need cells or bottles or whatever filled with water, it goes in there. And these of course supply, this one supplies the nuclear facility, this one handles all the scrap, and this one does all the impregnated frames that go to all the alvearies. And then of course I expanded this thing a little bit, added a couple more of the CPUs, and then one more recipe block, so it holds a little bit more. And when I moved it, I of course tried to arrange things a little bit better, like so I could just find them easier when I go and look in here. This one has mostly ME and then just assorted junk right now, and then this one has a lot of the yeah, you know what I'm talking about, thermal expansion kind of tools, chest, that kind of thing. And then the next one, of course, is all like IC2 and GregTech recipes. So that's where we moved everything. Works pretty cool. And of course we have the, since we need to get down here pretty quickly sometimes if I'm working on a recipe, I did add a portal down here so I don't have to wander around each and every time. And what the hell? There we go. Alright. Get a little sleep in there. Now the next project that I think I want to work on and get it working for sure is going to be changing this to an applied energetic system. Now the one problem I had in doing this in testing is that I could not seem to get the queen, or not the queen, the princess to go back into the right spot using just a export bus. So what I ended up having to do was just run a pipe, kind of you know, just the wooden pipe and the apiaries pipe just to handle bees, but the all the product was pulled out real quickly and it was put into a storage device. Now what I need to do is just figure out, I want it to just work with ME. I don't want to run any gates or pipes at all. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I'm going to mess with it a little bit more on my test world and figure out how to get the princesses to go back into the right spot every time. It does it like once, and then when it comes out again, it doesn't go back in. So I don't know if it's a metadata issue with this particular version or what it is, but it's kind of annoying. I figured it would be real easy. I would just hook put its own little ME system over here, and then have each one set to put an import and an export on this, and then of course export's going to take everything out, and then your import would your import would take everything out of the alveoli, and then the export would make sure that it has a queen and a drone. But for whatever reason, the very first time the princess will go in there, and then the next time I can't get the princess to go back into that spot. So I don't know if there's a particular block I have to put it on, whether I got to put it in from the top or something, which I don't know if that works on this, since those are half slabs, so I'm not even sure how I'm going to do that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Figure it out eventually, man. We'll get it done. Fuel system going full tilt. I'm actually thinking about maybe adding some more. Not that, like I said, we really need a lot of power. We have each one of these is doing like 128, and these only handle 100. But with the 25% power loss, we're probably not really putting out that much more, honestly, than we are in the power plant down here. Because now each one of these towers is 100, and with a 25% power loss, that means they're kicking out about 75 MJ a piece through the tesseracts. So I'd have to really look at the math there, but just making sure that's still working. So I don't know if there's a real huge difference between these towers and the well, hold on a second, let me pull up a calculator here. I ain't even gonna try to lie and say that I'm a math guy, because that ain't happening. So if we do 128 and do 25%, hold on. No, that cannot be right. Type something wrong there. 128 minus 32. What the hell? 1, 2, 8. Yeah, it's doing better. I mean, we're almost at 128. It's almost a full. It's around 96. So yeah, I mean, you're getting more power out of the steam steam engines than or the pressure boilers than you are out of these. But this is a real easy setup as long as you got bronze. Depending on your ability to get a hold of copper and tin, this was really easy. I know I was really low on copper to start with, so the first 2 towers almost wiped me out, and then because I didn't know anything about the centrifuges and stuff, so I didn't really know how to generate copper in the Ultimate Pack. It's kind of, I don't know why they lowered the tin, or the copper and the tin spawn rate so much, or they moved it around like they did. Because with IC2 and GregTech, you need so much of that crap that it just seems kind of ridiculous. Like they took an already hard mod just by the amount of materials and machinery you need to make anything, and then they made it so you couldn't even find the materials. Like, I mean, I've done quarries and quarries and quarries, and did not end up with a third of like iron and gold and stuff that I found. In fact, if you look at the copper and tin that I have, most of this is from those centrifuges, and the real bulk of it came once I figured out you could put an overclocker on those things. Once I put the overclockers in there, it jumped, because I was down in like the 5,000 range for a long time, and that was after quarrying and running that single centrifuge for a real long time. Once I hooked up the second one and then was able to, then I figured out you could overclock them, then that's when it really started to jump up. So it's doing pretty good now. I'm happy with that amount. I wish I'd have figured that out a lot sooner in this world, because I'd have had the ability to do a lot more. I might not even have gone. Nah, I'd have still done this, but because what I could have done was just modified the engines over here, or the biogas towers. It'd be simple enough just to add more engines on top and get us closer to that Tesseract limit of 100 MJ each, which I may still do, just to maximize their efficiency. It's not like we're hurting for the biomass. Got plenty of this stuff. Got a nice full barrel of sugar cane here. The fields down below, the single field, this is like I said, I'm sure I've said in another episode, this is the max size sugarcane field for the old forestry sugarcane harvester. This is not the new field, because I only recently, believe it or not, got any apatite. Apatite only spawns at block, 60 and higher. You can see right here we're at 69. So all my quarries, if you look at here, all started way down here. So it wasn't getting any apatite, because the quarries were starting at about 50. So there's just no apatite out here. All this big open space that goes way out from being quarried, and you can see it kind of goes quite a ways. All this is quarried, and there was no apatite in there, none. So I only recently got some, and that was from going out and manually mining it. I went over into a hill over in this area and just mined until I got some. Now the good thing is that when you do hit it, you get a huge section of it. But it's, for me, it's I just don't have enough of it to make a farm really worthwhile. One of the forestry farms. Not when I can do it with Steve's cart, or all these are Steve's carts, of course. And if you don't really need Steve's carts, if you've got the Mine Factory Reloaded, also it has a lot of options with the compost and the machine. You can grow and do stuff pretty quickly. Of course, I didn't mess around with this mod until way after I had all these farms, and this was just messing with the the cocoa bean farms. So there's definitely some neat stuff. Now you might notice I changed the wooden columns to the this is stone slab brick. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it at first, but it's kind of growing on me. I tried some other stuff, but it just nothing really felt right. But with that, I don't like the roof now. I don't know if I'm probably gonna change some of this just to I don't know. It just the colors just don't seem like they match now. So I may completely overhaul all of this. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But that's the beautiful thing about this game. You can just play around with it and change stuff, and you know, nothing's forever. If you like it, you keep it. If you don't, you get rid of it. If you just want to change, you can do that too. So it's just like this is too light now with the dark wood, and I was kind of thinking maybe, you know, since it's an evolution, as we increase in our technology here, maybe we should give this a more of a I don't know what's the word, more of a technical look than kind of an old, kind of a cottagey kind of a look. So I'll probably be thinking about ways to change this up and give it a more, I don't know, futuristic, appropriate look for the technology level. I mean, hell, we have a nuclear reactor down here, for God's sake. So probably need to do something with that. But like I said, that's the beautiful part about this game. You can always it's always something to do, always something to piddle around with. And I apologize again for the long waits in between videos. Those of you that are still hanging around and watching when I do pop one up, I appreciate you. Seems like there's less and less Feed the Beast videos out there. It looks like everybody on the Hermitcraft and Minecraft servers have all gone temporarily, anyways, over back to vanilla, because they're updating all theirs to 1.6, and that's cool. I can completely understand that. But it's like nothing's coming out of the FTB servers right now, which is unfortunate because I enjoyed watching a lot of those guys do their stuff, play around. It was kind of funny. Well, that's about it for me, I think, for today. Not really sure what I'm going to keep working on, or what's in the next one. I guess I'll figure that when I do something. And I would certainly appreciate if y'all hit that like button. Not like I'm doing this for dinero or anything. Certainly not getting paid for this any way, shape, or form. But it's nice to see that you guys are actually watching the video and giving me a like. And again, man, if y'all got any ideas on things you think I should put in here, or something you just like me to wrap my my noodle around and see if I can figure out how to do it, hey, man, drop me a line. Let me know. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when a new video does come out in 6 months from now. I feel like a cable TV series. You know, it comes on, you see 2 episodes, and you don't see a new one for 2 years, right? Well, y'all take it easy, and I will see you next time.